Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all the delightful variations in between. Are you ready? Third-year students, are you ready? Second-year students, are you ready? First-year students, are you ready? Yeah! My name is Ernest Adams, and I'm a senior lecturer here at the Uppsala University campus, Gotland, in the Department of Game Design, and I will be your master of ceremonies for tonight's events. Welcome to the 2017 Gotland Game Awards! I'd like to give a special welcome to the members of our jury. As always, we have assembled a group of world-class experts in game design and development to bring their expertise to look at your games. And of course, they've spent the last couple of days enjoying your presentations, and I hope giving you some useful feedback. So welcome to the jury. Thank you for coming. Now, most of you who are here are either students or faculty, and you already know about our program and how it works and what it does. But I'd like to give a special welcome also to some people who may be visiting the Department of Game Design for the first time, and who are wondering what in the world is going on. And by that, of course, I mean the parents. 3 years ago, when your kid graduated from gymnasium and said, "I want to study game design," you probably thought to yourself, "Oh, great. I just spent 18 years raising you, and now I'm going to have to support you for the rest of my life." And then your kid said, "Oh, and by the way, I want to study it on Gotland." And of course, you said, "Gotland? Nobody goes to Gotland. There's nothing there but tourists and weirdly shaped rocks." And then your kid found out what it cost to rent a flat in Visby, and you wondered if your child was going to starve to death before they even got finished with their education. Well, I want to let you know that you can relax. Your children have learned some very valuable skills here at the Department of Game Design. They learned computer programming, or as I like to think of it, swearing at computer hardware. They learned computer art and graphics and animation, or as I like to think of it, swearing at computer software. They learned project management, or swearing at other people. And storytelling, and creative writing. And as I know all too well, that means swearing at yourself. So when they go out into the world, they will have a big portfolio of completed work that they can show to a potential employer, and they will have had more experience swearing than they could have gotten at any other Swedish game program. So this is excellent preparation for a job in the game industry. Building games is not easy. It's frustrating, it's difficult, it's time-consuming. It challenges you technically and aesthetically and socially. But as you've seen in our show, the results are amazing. So, to you parents, even if you have no idea what they did, or how they did it, or why they did it, you can take enormous pride in what they've achieved. Tonight we come together to celebrate the best of their work. You've seen it on the show floor, and our jurors have studied it, and now we'll get a chance to see which games our jury and you, the visitors, think are the best. So without further delay, tonight's first award, the award for Best First Year Project, will be given by Jens Berlind.
So I've been delighted to be back on this island and to be a judge of the weirdest games in the show, the first years. And there's been quite a few weird input devices on the show floor this year, as it often is. And one group politely reminded us that all of pictures of us playing these will be online forever. So to celebrate the weird and the silly and everything else lovely presented in the first year, the nominees are
What do you say? Thank you to the jury and everything. And I must first of all say that all the games on the floor have been really, really amazing. A lot of more, what I think personally, more fun games to play in an arcade hall. But I personally like mine as well. So yeah, big thank you. Amazing.
And now the award for the Best Second Year Project will be given by Bonnie Ruberg.
Hi there. So the second year jurors had the pleasure of seeing some really amazing work. It was just a wonderful spread of games that I know that I'm personally so impressed that you pulled off so much in such a short amount of time. It was wonderful to play all your games on the show floor, and I'm really excited to see, too, who is going to be up on that screen. So without further ado, the nominees for the second year awards are...
So this has been a very hectic time for all of us, and I think that we have all done a really good job, and I'm really proud of this group that I've been a part of. And I would like to... Should I? Yeah, I would like to quote a YouTube clip that has really inspired us. And here goes the quote. So, have you ever had a dream that you wanted to do so much you could do anything? So, yeah, thank you.
And the award for the best graduate project will be given by Doris Rush.
Now you're making me nervous. This is not about me. So, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I will be all the more enthusiastic about this. So this is very important. When we achieve something, it is good stuff in your brains, right? Dopamine and so forth. When somebody else achieves something, it does something good in their brains, but in ours too, because we can be proud of that. So I'm feeling a surge of good neurotransmitters here, and that's why rituals are important. That's why ceremony is important, and that's why it's so great that we can all be joyful for the people who win tonight. And the winner is...
This is fucking super weird. Like maybe 8 months ago or something, we decided instead of graduating, we're gonna make a game. And to all the second years out there, I'm not recommending you're doing the same thing, but like we said, let's not graduate, let's make a game. And we did. Best out of 2. Thank you very much.
As you know, it's not necessarily enough just to have a good game. You also have to be able to explain it well and show it off and sell it to other people. So the award for the best presentation will be given by Sabine Herrera.
Talking about a game you made is one of the most difficult things to be talking about. Not because you're at a loss for words, but because there's so many things you could say. And then you're suddenly expected to wrap it all up in a layer of digestible rainbow sprinkles to make it relatable to the least capable user. That's not fair. However, a good pitch does more than just pitch what is there in terms of a list of assets or features. You're actually reflecting and selling the heart and the soul of your project. And in all the presentations that I've seen, this was very much the case, so you can be all proud of your presentation skills already. The nominees for this, the best presentation, however, are
Thank you. I don't know, we like our games. I think the best tip to give to anyone is like, know your game and love your game. Don't lie when you get the hard questions. Just try to tell them that you didn't intend to make a game about slavery, but you will try and change that. And I mean, my best tip is don't do too much of a script. Like, try to know your game, know what you want to say, and just do it. And thank you again. Penny's Farm.
I often tell the students here that this is your first and your best chance to be weird in life. Because in school, you know, people give you assignments and you have to do them and you're expected to do what you're told and so forth. But when you come to our university, then you're expected to be creative and be strange and difficult, and that's what we want. That's what we're interested in having people do. But we're also interested in teaching you how to make games that somebody would actually want to buy. So there's always a sort of creative tension between, you know, shall I be extremely weird and totally non-commercial, or shall I be, you know, a little more directed towards actually being able to sell something? So we have a special award for this. The people whose game seems most likely to be commercially successful, called the Cha-Ching Award. And if I can remember how my telephone works, it's being given by Anton Albin.
Money. 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 For the love of money, people will steal from their mother. For the love of money, people will rob their own brother. For the love of money, people can't even walk the street. For that lean, mean green, almighty dollar, money, money, money. And the nominees are
Money. 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 I guess we don't have to steal from our mothers anymore. No, but thanks again. And I guess we need to keep developing this game now. So I think we can say we're going to promise we're going to do it. But that's the future we'll see, I guess. Well, thank you. And big credits to the team. Thanks.
As you know, we share our library with the town of Visby, and so the library, even in this modern digital age, plays a significant role in our students' education, and we're always very happy to have the library feature one of our games, if it's suitable for use there. So we'd like to introduce now to the stage two people from the Almedalen Library to give the Library Award, Rosemarie Larsson and Linda Vagenius.
Thank you for having us on this fantastic conference and letting us play all the fun games. We've had a really good time.
Yeah. Our criteria for the prize is that it's a game with an interesting plot, easy to understand, that you want to return to every time you visit the library, a game that is child-approved and that can function within the library.
And this is the 5th time that we choose the winner of the library prize. Previous winners are Lunar Love, Tower Offensive, Colors of the Wind, and last year, Fraus.
Our only concern with this year's winner is that the staff at the library won't be attending the information desks as they are playing the game all the time. The nominees are
I'd like to thank the team for being extremely awesome, and Nils, especially Nils, and my friend Elias, who is not present at this time, for the amazing music that they made for the game. So thank you.
Once you leave the university, of course, we don't necessarily know where you go or what you do after that. And that's kind of sad in a way. So we've begun making more of an effort to keep track of you. And for those people who have done something particularly special in their career or perhaps for the university after they leave and so on, we have an award for the Alumni of the Year. And to give the Alumni of the Year award is a man who needs no introduction to any of you, the irrepressible Adam Mays.
Hello. So at the beginning of the conference, I got you all to stand up for Ulf, and Ulf did indeed kill me and pointed something out that was very important. So if you'd all like to stand up again. If you'd all like to put your hands out in front of you. Because as much as this is, no, not that way, what's wrong with you people? As much as we said it was about Ulf, the actual conference and the show and pretty much everything that we do here is by and for the students. And if it's anyone we need to be giving a standing ovation for, it's them. So if we could do that. So, man, who was small? What do you do when you have two alumni at a conference you want to give the award to? We discovered you spend one day going A, no B, no A, no B, no A. And then at some point you say, what about both? And everyone goes, don't be stupid, it's alumni of no one. And then you spend the rest of the day going, what about A, no B, no A, no B? And then you make an executive decision. For the first time, we're going to give two alumni the awards. Double the excitement for us, double for the stress for two people in the audience. There are people out there in the world that I have pride to have taught, and both of these people are, man, this doesn't plural well at all. Both of them, I am so proud to have been part of their lives. Our alumni are now and have always been designers. The first is cynical, dry, even mirthless. We used to say when hearing a joke, they didn't so much laugh as the laugh hijacked their face. They were always focused on the experience for the player and the best way they could reach it. They were profoundly easy with form. My first exposure to them was with an analog game because they realized that they couldn't make a digital game that they wanted to do, so they just changed the form of it. The sense of developmental pragmatism was just amazing. We had this first alum working with us for a while, and the work they did, while talking to the class about work, it was design, design, design. Even now, back on the island, that's been the focus of conversation. What was the design focus? What was the intent? How were we teaching? How do we see this working? Or at least that's how I translated, what on earth are you teaching them now? When leaving, they went to Paradox, or as we're calling it, the Campus Gotland Alumni Club. The first designer on their best-selling game pretty much guaranteed that their work got into the game. So let's first call up onto the stage Joakim Andreason.
Yes, but why though, Adam? It's no, for real. It's awesome being back here and seeing, even though I give Adam a lot of gripe, it's super cool seeing the projects being developed now. Just everything is a level above what we did. And I think the education will keep going up for years. as you go out there. Keep being awesome.
For our second alum, I also met their work before I met them. And when I met them, they had that thing that marks someone as a designer. They had a clarity of vision, a passion for their work, and a complete lack of belief in what they did. When I mentored them, I watched them grow into the space that they always had. And I was overjoyed when they decided to stay on and teach with us, because they taught with the patience of a student. They didn't merely impart knowledge, they were here to shape minds and to show the students they were teaching the joy of the work they were doing. They support the expansion of the industry, introducing role-playing games to all their friends, writing and running these games, being a principal member of the Swedish diversity network, Diversi. Also working at Paradox, this student has risen through the ranks now to associate producer. All of our other stories about them are intensely personal and in-jokey, so I'll just invite to the stage our second alumni of the year, Pernilla Sparhullt.
I would be standing up here anytime soon ever again. I don't have many words except that I'm super impressed by the work that you've all done, and I hope that this legacy of creating awesome games and frog games, for some reason that has become our legacy now, will continue. Thank you so much.
As I said, this was your great opportunity to do innovative and strange things, and we have a special award for that. Tonight, the Innovation Award will be given by a master innovator himself, one of the real giants of the video game history, Dr. Richard Bartle.
La La Land. Before I came up here, when I went back to the hotel and I played a game made by WG Labs, whose strapline is Innovations in Gameplay. And the game was Master of Orion 2. So this was a remake of a sequel, and it's by a company that prides itself in innovations. Wonderful. Mind you, Innovation Award could be a bit innovative as well as a title. So the thing about innovation is that it can happen in a lot of places. So you can have innovation in art, you can have innovation in music, in story, in gameplay. I'm a gameplay person, so I'm really hoping that the winner's going to be an innovation in gameplay, but it could be anything because there's so much innovation in all these different I was going to say games we've played, but I didn't actually play any of them because as a designer, you don't actually have to play them. You just have to look at them and think, yep, I can see that. I don't actually have to play there. I just have to stand there and annoy the people who are saying, why won't you play my game? Which I was quite successful at, to be honest. Anyway, in order to find out who we are, I suppose we're going to have to have the, see, they're waiting for me to say. The list of the nominees and the nominees who are listed. Oh, we've done it.
incredible. It's really amazing, and I'm so happy that my team got the chance to be up here tonight because I'm so proud of all of them. We've taken on a big challenge, and I'm really happy. We all, I can speak for everybody, we all feel really proud of the outcome. So thank you.
I have never had so much fun being locked in a box. So now you've heard the results of the jury's thoughts, but there's always one more award, and that is the Students' Choice Award, to give your opinions of what you think the best game is. And to present the Students' Choice Award is Ole Jansson.
Thank you very much. I'm awfully proud and honored to have the opportunity to announce this prize, the Students' Choice Award. And as head of Campus Gotland and representing the management of the university, I also want to address all of you and to tell you how proud the university is about the activities at the Department of Game Design. Especially I want to thank Hans for the leadership of the department, and I want to address all of you that you are in a way the heart, the lungs, and the souls of Campus Gotland. So thank you very much, all of you. And the nominees are
You guys, thank you very much for giving us, I don't know, maybe 42 votes, I'm gonna guess. No, it was like 36. But it was a pure joy to see you guys play. And I said to these guys, like, it's an extra honor to see some of your peers saying, like, oh, this you did good, and maybe you can change this. It's more fun in one way. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Yeah, I guess this is it. Thank you very much.
Now, before we continue with our final award tonight, we have one more moment for a special recognition. As many of you know, this institution was originally Högskola på Gotland, and we were a small technical university intended for the people of Gotland and started in 1998. But then the Swedish government said, there are too many institutions of higher education. We need to reduce the numbers. Merge or die. And so some bright bureaucrat at the Ministry of Education decided to merge our little technical Högskola with the oldest and most prestigious university in Sweden, Uppsala University, founded in 1477. Well, as you can imagine, there was a little bit of a culture clash because Uppsala had no idea what to do with us. First, they tried to give us to the computer science department. And the computer science department said, no way do we want those crazy game people in our nice theoretical academic department. We don't know anything about art or music or storytelling. And besides, those guys actually build running software. That's not what we're about. So after a lot of negotiation, we ended up in the, I'm going to try to say it correctly now, Historisk-Philosophiska Fakulteten, or in English, the Faculty of History and Philosophy. Right. So what did Socrates think about the rate at which zombies should spawn on easy mode? But, you know, that's just the faculty's historical name, and its real name, if properly translated into English, is the Faculty of Arts, which is totally awesome because we are an art form, and they didn't try to force us to merge with somebody else, thank God, and they let us keep on doing what we do. Now, this process was the work of a lot of people trying to get our little department in with Uppsala and put it all together in such a way that we can continue doing what we do. And I think we had to rewrite our curriculum about 6 times before they were happy with it. But the person responsible for guiding us, for navigating our ship through the dangerous rocks and the violent storms of university politics, and finally bringing us home to a safe harbor, will be leaving us at the end of June. And so it is with a heavy heart and with grateful thanks that I want to recognize the many, many contributions of Mr. Hans Svensson.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this, and let me say that after having spent more than 6 years together with the staff of the game design department and definitely also the students, I know that there is hope for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Hans. And now, the big one, the final award. This is the Ownage Award, the ultimate honor at the 2017 Gotland Game Awards. And it will be awarded by Chris Franklin.
Thank you. I feel a little bad because everyone else had a series of very eloquent, funny, and insightful things to say, and try as I might, coming up with a beautiful short vignette about Pwnage is a little difficult. That said, I think regardless, I know this is supposed to be the big mega award for the evening, but honestly, I'd like to point out that everyone who finished a game really is a winner, whether you won anything tonight or not. I think it's just the effort is fantastic. That said, I do have to introduce somebody, or introduce the nominees and have someone win. So, without further ado, the nominees are
what do you say after you pwned someone? Or Pwnage? Ownage. I said, guess GGC. No, but I'm running out of stuff to say. It's been an amazing team. That's all I can say. And been an intense couple of weeks. And really, really thank you. This is much.
Congratulations to them, and congratulations to all of you. That brings us to the end of tonight's show. There's just a little bit more housekeeping that I want to mention. Those of you who brought jackets have been asking where in the world you can keep them. We have reopened the reception area, so you can, in fact, leave your jackets there. Also, the staff of Visbystrand have asked you, although you will be drinking upstairs, to please use the bathrooms downstairs rather than charging through a region that they have set up for someone else. So I'm afraid that's a little prosaic after all this excitement, but I have been asked to tell you that. So thank you all for coming. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Once again, congratulations to all the winners and all the nominees and to everyone for creating such awesome games. And now the words that you've been waiting desperately to hear. Festen kan börja!